Right in the heart of the American landscape lies a place that appears ordinary on our maps, but pushes the boundaries of Mother Nature. It is a state that boasts salt flats visible from space, yet also has mountains that seem to touch the sky. While traveling through the desert, you can soon see snow-capped peaks. This remarkable state is Utah. What makes Utah so special? Why does NASA train its astronauts here? Why are fossils of marine creatures found on mountain peaks in Utah? Why are the lakes here saltier than the ocean? This is not just the story of Utah's geography. It is the story of a state with one of the world's most interesting geographies, a place where lands once covered by a massive ancient lake have been reshaped by red rocks, hidden caves, and ancient mountains. In our video, we will explore 17 fascinating and equally mysterious features of Utah's geography. We'll learn about everything from salt deserts to valleys teeming with dinosaurs. If you're ready, let's begin this exciting exploration. The first thing that catches your eye when you enter the state of Utah is the color red. From the giant rock pillars reaching up to the sky, to the arches carved by the wind, to the valleys painted red by the setting sun, the color red is everywhere. That's why Utah is called the state of red rocks in American geography. These red rocks were formed by millions of years of erosion. Arches National Park, located in southern Utah, offers us the most beautiful examples of this. One of the interesting geographical features of our state of Utah is that it has 5 national parks, each with its own unique geological characteristics. These parks are not just natural wonders. They are also places where 5 different landscapes come together in the American geography. The names of these parks are Arches, Bryce Canyon, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, and Zion. These parks are the most beautiful places that illustrate Utah's geographical diversity. Approximately 30,000 years ago, there was a massive inland sea covering nearly half of Utah. It was so large that it extended as far as the present-day states of Nevada and Idaho. Over time, as the climate changed, this lake shrank and took on its present form. The name of this lake is the Great Salt Lake. Fish do not live in this lake, which is one of the saltiest lakes in the world. Microorganisms that can survive in the salty environment give the lake its pink color. There's a place in the state of Utah that consists solely of endless whiteness. There is nothing around you. Even when you look at the horizon, you cannot distinguish the line separating the sky from the earth. This is Bonneville Salt Flats, known as the flattest place on Earth. Because it is so flat, NASA uses it for satellite calibration and vehicle testing. After it rains, it becomes the world's largest natural mirror. What comes to mind when you think of the state of Utah? Red rocks, salt flats, and desert. Although our state of Utah is known primarily as a desert, this is not geographically accurate. Only 33% of its surface area is desert. The remaining land is filled with mountains, forests, lakes, and fertile valleys. When traveling in Utah, you can hike in the snow and sunbathe in the desert on the same day. Because it is a place where contrasting natural features coexist, geologists call Utah America's geologic laboratory. The average elevation of the state of Utah is 1,830 meters. With this elevation, Utah ranks as the 3rd highest state in the American geography. Additionally, Utah's mountains are among the oldest in the world. The Wasatch Range, Winta Mountains, and Henry Mountains are each the result of millions of years of evolution. Geologists refer to this area as the wrinkles of time. The Winta Mountains are the only major mountain range in the American continent that extends from east to west. In the southeastern part of our state of Utah, there's a place unlike any other on Earth. When you are there, you feel like you are on another planet. The place I'm talking about is the Mars Desert Research Station, located near the small town of Hanksville. This facility is used by NASA to train astronauts for missions to Mars. The soil, rock, and atmospheric conditions in this region are nearly identical to those on Mars, which is why NASA uses it. Millions of years ago, dinosaurs roamed the lands of Utah. Utah has the most dinosaur fossils in the United States. Petrified bones, footprints, and ancient riverbeds can be found throughout the state. That is why scientists call it the land where dinosaurs walk. Over 1,500 dinosaur fossils have been found in a single location within the Dinosaur National Monument area. When we look at the geography of Utah today, we see that everything is dry and red. However, this geography was once covered by the sea. About 300 million years ago, Utah was a shallow seafloor in the middle of a tropical ocean. Because of this, millions of corals, shellfish, and starfish lived here. Over time, as the ocean waters receded, it became possible to see the fossilized remains of these ancient coral reefs in the Utah landscape. One of Utah's interesting geographical features is that approximately 63% of its land belongs to the federal government. This shows that most of Utah is actually the common property of the American people. These lands are not privately owned. They are protected wilderness areas. They include national parks, forests, reserves, monument areas, and millions of hectares of unspoiled nature. This feature sets Utah apart from other states. The surface area of the Great Salt Lake was once so large that when the wind blew, sea storms would form. Today, however, this is no longer the case. Unfortunately, 70% of the Great Salt Lake has dried up over the past 50 years. Salt deposits have formed in the dried up areas. This event is a major environmental crisis, not only for Utah, but for the entire American landscape. Scientists refer to this event as the disappearing lake. When people think of American mountains, the Rocky Mountains immediately come to mind. Very few people know that the Uinta Mountains in eastern Utah are older than the Rocky Mountains. This mountain range dates back to a geological past 600 million years ago. When these mountains existed, dinosaurs did not even exist on Earth. In the southern part of our state of Utah, there is a great miracle shaped by wind and time. Rising toward the sky among the red rocks is Rainbow Bridge. It is not only the largest natural stone bridge in the United States, but also the largest in the world. Standing 88 meters high and 83 meters wide, the bridge is even taller than the Statue of Liberty in New York. Another interesting geographical feature of Utah is that it is the only state that brings together all of America's geographical features. In the east, you can see the deep canyons of Colorado. In the west, the Great Basin of Nevada. In the south, the red deserts of Arizona. And in the north, the Green Mountains of Idaho. Because of this feature, geologists refer to Utah as the geologic crossroads of America. Another interesting geographical feature of Utah that attracts scientists and adventure seekers is the complex system of underwater tunnels and caves beneath the surface. The caves were formed millions of years ago by the erosion of underground water sources and limestone layers. Scientific research on the Bear Lake underwater caves continues today. Hidden among the mountains in northern Utah lies a jewel. It is one of the captivating visual stories of our state of Utah. There is a bright turquoise lake, almost impossibly blue. The name of this lake is Bear Lake. The secret to Bear Lake's color lies in the calcium carbonate crystals within it. When winter arrives, snow falls across the entire geography of America. However, the snow that falls in the state of Utah is different from the rest, making it of great importance to skiers. The reason is that the snow that falls here is powdery. The moisture content of this snow is only 8%. The low moisture content also creates the best conditions for skiing. Don't forget to watch our video titled "Why New Jersey Has 17 Incredible Geography Facts You Didn't Know."